Hello everyone, my name is Edge of the Beat and welcome back to Contradiction. If you haven't seen the last two episodes, once again I would highly recommend checking them out. This is a very story focused game and it's pretty important to see the first two before watching this one's. But a quick recap, anyone who has seen them. We talked to James at his farmhouse, we found the scrying mirror. I completely forgot to start recording as well. And so we had a lot of breakthroughs there with James and the scrying mirror. We talked more to Rebecca, Emma, Simon. We found a bunch of contradictions with Emma. Emma was lying their fucking ass off to us last episode. And we eventually found out that she was having an affair with Ryan Rand, who is the leader of Atlas. So we eventually got to talking with him, found out some stuff about him and just whatnot. And then we ended off the episode with finding a symbol etched into a tree in the woods. So some very interesting stuff. So we're going to hop straight into our current game. Don't forget to use the map and tips. I will not. Because I want to know what's happening next. I am falling so in love with this game. I've said it before, I'm going to quickly say it again. Baggy Cat is just such an amazing developer. Both of these games I've played at Dead of Night and Contradiction have been so much fun. I really have to make another one because I would absolutely play it. Let's get straight into it. So what happened? So better try the woods again. There are also things you haven't asked everyone about. Okay. Well then let's head to the woods, I guess, and double check in the woods. And then continue to the end of the path. Here we go. Something new here as well. Who's this guy?
What are you? Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house.
Sorry, what?
Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam... something? Or Sod?
I'm sorry, we can't just be coming out here.
Atlas's reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station. Find out a bit more about this Liam.
Fair enough, Jenks. You can't. What? We can't just start the episode with a massive
Hello, DCI Jones.
bomb drop like that.
It's Jenks.
Alright, Jax, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can't be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Eaton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. It's a suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, two suicides in 2 years, both on Edenton. Finally, you've got your work cut out, Jaxie.
Yeah, don't I know it?
Right,
And both in the same way.
with that, see you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my goody god. So what do we got? Hand symbol carving in Liam's death. Alright, we've got some fucking questions to ask. Let's start making the rounds. We got 5 suspects, right? Yeah, I believe so.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Alrighty, hand symbol.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Ooh.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Okay, interesting.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died?
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
No.
I think I'm getting better at this contradiction shit. Fucking liar! I've got something on you now, James. If I can find it. Doesn't know much about plants. Jem just screams and plant sites! Ah! I'm getting way too into this already.
Your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it.
Yeah, it's legal. Why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
Herbal
Does this
tea.
involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else?
No.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later. The only drug he grows. Not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I'm already getting way too invested in this. Wait, it's too early on in the episode to have this shit happening. Okay then, let's head to the pub. Go inside. Talk to Rebecca again. Why did no one mention Liam? That's certainly strange.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why, is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so that's nothing with Rebecca.
What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life? He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone. Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
This is seeming very similar to... Why is no one thinking, Liam and Kate's death are very similar. They both went to Atlas, both drowned and killed themselves. And now we've got someone investigating...
that's all for the moment. Thank you.
Kate's death. Oh no, it's very strange. Something is afoot, and I am not trusting
Couple more questions, if that's
anyone.
okay.
Everyone's got
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase. Free to be free. Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and a doubting, a self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
I get self-doubt. Self-doubt will absolutely stop
Free
you.
to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes.
I can't remember what the other one you said, but guilt? Like, guilt is an emotion that's trying to tell you something. That's something you'd want to listen to. Okay, well, let's talk about Liam's death.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam.
Local lad. Took his life.
Oh, that Liam. Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Did Liam go to Atlas at all? No, I don't think so. I don't
Be
know.
back later on, if that's okay.
Yeah, let's talk to Emma now. Now, Emma, you know, enough lying.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
We get my mouse out of the way.
No.
Sorry.
Why?
It's okay. Thanks.
Okay.
What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know him really well.
Okay, I think Emma...
Do you know the phrase, free to be free?
Emma's not going to have a contradiction for a while.
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong.
That's...
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Okay, I might head back to... I don't mean to do that. I might head back to Rebecca's pub and ask her about, it. See, I think not being guilty is almost some sort of sign of being a psychopath.
More questions, please.
'Cause
thank you.
feeling guilt means you have a moral compass. And it means, it's the knowledge of you've done something wrong. And, it's like I said, it's an emotion that's telling you something.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong...
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
I guess... let's just head back to James. See what he knows about the saying. I don't think he'll know much.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
But I think it's important to ask everyone about everything.
Ever hear the phrase free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not surprised James doesn't know anything.
Probably be back later.
It's good because we're starting to cross stuff off. It's important to have a good idea of... I mean, the exclamation mark was just you can't use it yet. Of like what bits of evidence to use against which people. Clearly anything Atlas related would be Rebecca, Simon and Ryan. Not really Emma, and definitely not James because he hasn't been.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Alrighty, where do we get off to with him? Hand symbol.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
So Simon's lying now about the use of that symbol.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
Did Liam not go to Atlas?
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
I guess I'll have a look at the tips and see what's next. Yeah, how much does James really know? So clearly something's going on with James, and then we should call the chief for an update. Gotcha. Alright, let's head over there. This map is so useful. It means I can just pew, 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 dart everywhere. Keep this thing. Chop, chop, moving. Hello? Mr. Chief?
Frederick Jenks.
Yes, Chief, bit more news. James Wilson admitted he does know what Salvia divinorum is, but he claims it's the only drug he grows.
Have you checked?
Yeah, I didn't see anything else suspicious.
What is this stuff, Salvia? What do you do with it? Smoke it?
I'm not sure, but I doubt you could smoke the stuff I found. You'd have to dry it out first. I imagine you infuse it or crush it or something.
Do a bit of research, find out. Does he sell it?
He said he doesn't, no.
I doubt he's crowing it just for himself, Jenks. There's something he's not telling you. Go through your notes, make sure he's telling you the whole story, will you?
Okay, I'll speak to you later, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's good. I reckon we should try and pair it with the he sells the tea and the
Ask about a few more things, please.
and the whatchamacallit. So private use only. Traders herbal tea for Simon's. Hey, I'm really starting to get the hang of this now.
Herbal tea. Do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded
What's that mean,
salvia
probably?
tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else?
Give it to Kate.
How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
Didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
Fucking what?
Don't know about Third Eye. If you don't know about Third Eye, you know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant and selling them on. All there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Like objects, commodities.
To who?
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. That's why I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I could tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented. You can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yeah,
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
Third Eye is Atlas. Okay, so let me break this down. So we just interviewed Ryan, and he mentioned something about how they left the hall, or how he came up with the phrase when they were working at the hall. And James just mentioned that Third Eye worked out of the hall, the town hall, or whatever fuck hall it was. And this whole like don't feel guilt thing, it feels like personality washing. I mean, I was sus of Atlas from the start. This all lines up. Atlas was Third Eye. They were operating out of the town hall, trying to make slaves, because especially this symbol here, this Third Eye symbol, look, same one on the mask. And so Third Eye is Atlas. They got discovered by James and Liam. Liam got killed. James tried to out them. They eventually disbanded and rebanded as Atlas. I'm fucking be back, James. But I'm gonna have a chat with Ryan right now. Holy shit. This story is so good. What the fuck?
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Ah, my mind is blown. All right, I'm gonna be quiet.
What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
Sorry.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask, then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, yes, I do remember that.
Oh,
So
now I
what did
remember
you
it.
know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
Dude. Dude, I'm losing my fucking mind right now. This story is so good. The plot thickens. Okay, I'm not sure if there's
Probably
another
back
contradiction with Ryan now. I'm not sure if there is another one. I'm just gonna... Okay, so ask everyone else, especially Simon. I'm gonna talk to Emma first.
A few more questions, please.
She might know something, I don't know.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. It was all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
So you don't agree with what I'm saying?
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's absolutely crazy. He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens, that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
I don't know.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
You might have a point.
Have you seen this before?
Oh, is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? Third Eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't heard about Third Eye?
No, sorry.
Brother! Oh my god.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I'm losing it. I don't know what to say. I'm so invested in the mystery of what's going on.
I'll ask you a couple more things, please.
I'm gonna talk to
Have
the
you
chief.
seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
Nah, I think you're hiding something, Rebecca. I think you're hiding something.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it one bit. Call the chief here, call the chief. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Something's going on. Something's going on. And it smells fishy. I hope you're enjoying this just as much as I am, guys.
I'm a bit lost for ideas at the moment, to be honest, sir.
Anything else happened?
Not really. Did I mention the student in the woods? A rather obnoxious student carving a devil sign into a tree. Turned out Atlas used the symbol. Simon Thompson explained it. It's to do with a phrase they use on the course, the 3 freedoms. Ryan said he came up with it.
The 3 what?
The 3 freedoms. It's about getting rid of your past, or something.
Sounds as daft as that stuff James Wilson was going on about. Have you found out any more about that?
No, not really.
Well, do a bit of research. research. Find out what you can about this cult. Who ran it, where they were based. Find out what Ryan Rand knows about it particularly.
Okay, Chief, I'll call later.
Righto.
And there must be a contradiction somewhere. I'm thinking Ryan. Aha! There we go.
According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based.
Oh, you're so nervous, buddy.
Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase free to be free while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you.
Aye! There we go.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name.
Ah!
Atlas is Third Eye.
What do you know?
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye.
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. There was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. I thought that was an end to it. But then James and his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down, buy a new place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas?
As Atlas.
And it worked?
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing?
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector. Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Oh, yeah.
Come with me.
8 p.m., baby, 8 p.m. Woo!
To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination. He does, however, believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here. Come.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a big mad. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No,
need...
that's as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, far away.
Okay, thank you. Wow, well, certainly doesn't take any prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this family. And I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock already.
So, okay, so Paul's Ryan's dad, not Ryan's son, so I got that wrong. Oh my god! What am I trying to say here? So, Ryan admits, yes, Third Eye was Atlas, but it's still up in the air whether they were actually selling and making slaves. I don't know. Let's start the interview, though.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew it at all. Met her a few times. At the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped out of the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Right. So last we're at the meet. So he was there at the meeting.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
Didn't know. I think most people aren't going to know.
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
Cool, straight to the point. I fucking love this guy. Okay, nothing worth the pendant.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or her killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
Yeah, but they could probably easily tell what's Jenks and what's anyone else's DNA. That's suspicious.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Right. Okay. Homebrew freedom necklace.
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
That sounds suspicious. Okay, pub mask.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Right. But well, the mask would still be used for Atlas because Simon knew about them. And so did Rebecca.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
Oh, did you see that? Hey, yeah, oh, there's gonna be a fucking lie here. For the black scrying mirror.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Not at all. Strange question.
Strange answer. Huh?
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine.
Okay. I don't think there's gonna be anything there. Smoke weed at all?
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes, I have.
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Wyatt. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
I don't know what to say, man. This
Have
guy's
you ever
freaky.
heard of Salvia divinorum, or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly. We don't allow drugs or alcohol on our course. We like to tell the students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
It's interesting that they keep mentioning freedom at Atlas, but they're quite literally selling people's freedom away.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause. Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
It's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it? I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
What do you mean? He can't. Oh my god!
How well did you know Liam?
You guys are seeing all this.
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yes.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk?
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression. Is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
I also just want to mention that Kate has a history of outing things, like trying to out Emma and Ryan.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
God.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda. I suppose Ryan already told you about our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Well, these things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And third eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
Well. We got through a lot there.
Okay.
Jesus, where are
I
we?
get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
So, hang on. So we got all these Brandon house things. We checked behind Brandon's house before. There was nothing here. Who the fuck is Brandon there? Go across to Brandon's house.
A few more questions.
Okay, then we come back in here. So this is Brandon's house. Gotcha.
Okay, that's
gotcha.
it for now.
All right. Better question Paul thoroughly. Should also call the chief for an update. Okay, so I reckon that clearly there's a contradiction within Paul's statements, and we're going to have to figure that out. But first, we'll call the chief and give him a little update on the scenario. Hello, chief.
Go on, Jenks. Surprise me.
Chief, lots of new information for you.
Oh, hang on. Let me sit down. Go on.
You know that cult I was telling you about? Well, it turns out it was Atlas all along. They were the same thing.
You don't say.
And the student... How did you know that?
It was pretty obvious, Jenks.
Right. Well, the student who died last year, Liam, was a student there. They had to change their name after he died and were forced into an out-of-court settlement with the family.
Dodgy bunch.
Also, I met Paul Rand, finally. He's worse than Ryan, doesn't give a straight answer to anything.
What did he say about Liam?
Not much, other than that he was drinking throughout the course.
So we've got 2 heavy drinkers and 2 suicides in 2 years. They must be proud. Push him some more. See what you can get out of him.
Right.
Bye.
Thanks, Chief.
A little suspicious of the chief now. Alrighty, let's head through and let's question Paul.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Actually,
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm going to quickly. I'm going to assume that there is a contradiction somewhere. Like I said, I like to double check to make sure I'm on the right track. Yeah, better question Paul thoroughly. So there is something
More
here.
questions, please. Thank you.
Alright, let's have a look. Right, this one. No. Okay, well, that's similar to Atlas. And then business started last year. Surely there's no. Okay, damn it. Hang on. Liam had been drinking all night at the seminar, but doesn't allow drugs or alcohol on the site? Yes, there we go. There we go.
So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
Didn't
But you
stop
let
him
him
very
stay on
hard.
the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not the police. We can't enforce these rules. If they pay their fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Whether I find alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
Yeah, you never know what you might find.
Probably be back later.
Dude, the plot is thickening. I'm loving this. I'm having the time of my fucking
the
life.
kitchen must be down the corridor there, if what Paul said is true.
I don't even know what to say. Like, I keep saying the same because my mind is in such a tangle. Like, I don't know what I'm thinking right now. But everything I'm seeing, you're seeing. So you can make your own conclusions, guys. But oh my god, I'm speechless. Come on, where's the drugs? Give me weed. What the fuck was that?
Interesting.
Oh.
Well, there's a TV right there with a DVD player. I don't think anyone will mind if I have a quick look at this.
Well, they're definitely gonna have a look at this. Go over to the TV. Try the DVD from the part. Oh, okay. Let's have a look at some of these DVDs. There's Ryan, our boy.
Freedom, true freedom, means freedom from many vices that society had traditionally believed to be virtues. Self-criticism, self-doubt, guilt. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not virtues. These are sins. Born of a fake morality implanted deep within our minds and collective consciousness by governments and religions through the ages with the sole purpose of preventing the masses, stopping us from achieving the same success, happiness and freedom enjoyed by those at the very pinnacle of society. I'm going to show you that common morality is nothing more than the cynical creation of an elite desperate to stay in power. An elite hell-bent on preventing you from reaching your full potential by making you feel guilty for pursuing success. But the good news is that you can take back control. You can become the success you deserve to be. Atlas will give you a unique and powerful advantage. Life in all its technicolor glory can be yours. All that you have to do is to stay, embrace it, enjoy it, and learn to love your ambition. Welcome to Atlas.
Well, he's certainly very persistent about this whole motto idea of being free and whatnot. Well, I guess we'll try the DVD that we found, the one that said "Do not move." Suspicious XXX DVD. Triple X. Oh, you know, it's gonna be some hardcore porn. What? I'm sorry, what is this? Wallet? Purse? Another wallet? What the fuck?
Well, that was odd. Looked like someone pickpocketing, but why make a video of it?
Okay. I'm getting kind of nervous, I don't know why. I feel like Jenks isn't safe right now. What else is going on at Atlas at the moment? There are things you haven't asked. Maybe we'll walk through. Try the door on the right.
Let yourself go.
Ah, the seminar now.
Feel your soul lifting. Then wait for the moment to break free. Then break free. Excellent, Hannah.
Well,
Could you come back later, please?
what's going on here?
Please, leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by.
Leave.
Okay.
If that was the fucking cult,
Looked like they were burning woolen dolls.
If that wasn't-
Woolen doll burning ceremony. What a very odd course this is.
shut up, Jenks. If that wasn't a fucking cult ritual, I don't know what it was. Okay, there are also things you haven't asked Simon Emma. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try this door, and then I'm sure nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, alright. I might end the episode here then. Holy shit! Okay, 37% progress, so we're definitely making some good progress. I'm losing my mind! So we figured out that, essentially Atlas is a fucking cult, and they're possibly selling slaves. We have some stuff to do. So obviously we still have some things to ask everyone else. It's 8 o'clock now, which is really good, means we're making some solid progress. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing if you did enjoy, and so that you don't miss out on future Contradiction episodes, because there's no way you can leave now after that cliffhanger. I can't speak, I can't think, I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna end the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon with more Contradiction. Goodbye.